The tourism industry is one that is under constant change, with many countries being supported by the effects it provides. It can provide assistance in growing advancements in a nation. The future of tourism industry is uncertain, requiring Australia and other countries to be able to adapt to change and prepare for the future. Based upon research, in 2037, tourism has been impacted by our two main critical uncertainties, climate change and technology. Our future scenarios have been constructed based upon these issues identified. These scenarios include doomsday, Futurama, green thumb, and robotics. In 2037, the Australian economy may see a drastic change in the influence of the tourism industry to our GDP, with the success relying on not only technology and on climate change, but the external factors as well. Scenario 1 is a world of high climate change and low technological development. In 2037, travelling to Australia is an unattractive proposition. This has taken an immense toll on the Australian tourism industry, as extreme concentrations of greenhouse gases have destructed our famous attractions such as the melting of the Victorian Alps by 80%. Due to the cosmetic damage of the Australian tourism industry, international tourist visitation has dropped dramatically as Australia is no longer viewed as a holiday attraction. Moreover, there has been a huge increase of Australians travelling internationally to escape the climate disaster in Australia. As a result, this has led to a decrease in tourist expenditure and thus negatively impacting the Australian economy. Consequently, climate change has cultivated an unstable and fearful country with people facing issues of scarce resources and social and economic unrest. As a result, technological advancements have stagnated due to a lack of resources and motivation to create exciting and innovative technology to help generate demand within the tourism industry. Therefore, this has become a discouraging factor for tourists to travel, as efficient travel encourages direct human and cultural exchange. The second scenario shows tourism in 2037 at an interesting position with high technological capabilities, whilst climate change is at an extreme level. 2037 is a time in which resources are scarce, with rising sea levels, extreme weather, droughts, and water shortages. This has impacted on tourism greatly, as it has meant the loss of many iconic destinations, with the Great Barrier Reef eradicated due to coral bleaching and popular island destinations practically gone. However, whilst there is extreme climate change, technology has dramatically progressed, allowing for travellers to experience new travel destinations. In 2037, tourism has ventured to space travel to counteract the loss of popular destinations due to climate change. Space tourism is an increasingly popular trend, with the ability to stay for short periods of time on the moon. Tourism will see a boom in space travel as climate change continues to affect destinations on Earth. Travelling here is possible for anyone, whether it be for business or leisure. Our third scenario recalls how a society operates with a low level of technology use as well as minimal effects of climate change. Here, the tourism industry sees an altruistic society forming as people switch off from technology due to its detrimental impact on the social world and choose to lead a natural lifestyle. Through a decrease in overseas travel and the majority of Australians now taking a green approach, climate change has begun to diminish. People are merging themselves in outback travel across the country instead of international borders. Adventurous trips into the natural world become more pronounced, such as trekking, horse riding, and camping. Due to an awareness of the adverse effects of climate change, the tourism industry needs to develop a greater focus on ecotourism. Re-emergence of significant tourist locations such as the Great Barrier Reef regains popularity as the green focus leads to the recovery of once threatened ecosystems, allowing for the continuance of high-earning travel destinations in future generations. The This scenario is based upon the booming tourism industry in 2037, where we address the decline and depletion of climate change and how it has affected the rising development of technology due to megatrends of a silk highway compliant with digital immersion. Robotics have assimilated into all aspects of the world. The development of this technology has impacted the tourism industry in accommodation and transport due to digital immersion becoming prominent in our everyday lives. Robotics have taken over managing accommodation services, tour guides, and transport. This has made travelling easier, especially within robotic hotels and the Hyperloop. All of the generated scenarios have been developed upon aspects of today's world, where different stages of climate change and technology could enhance or decline the tourism industry of Australia's future. Through this, we've gained insight into how our actions and developments of today in regards to the use of technological devices and relationships with the environment can impact future generations and the prospects of the tourism industry.